Fairview baseball. Camden Fairview versus Magnolia. And leading off here in the top of the first inning for Magnolia, number 5, the center fielder Camden Smith takes the first pitch from Max Bradshaw, and that's ball one. And battery for Camden Fairview is Bradshaw on the hill and Drew Bostick behind the plate. And second pitch from Bradshaw, swing and foul back by Smith. Counts 1-1. And that ball's hit to third base, fielded by Betts. The throw across the diamond, missed. Throw is off the mark and missed by Landon Morgan. And Smith goes over to second on the error. And first pitch to Braden Sanchez from Bradshaw is a ball. Magnolia has their leadoff runner on second on the error by Camden Fairview. And showing bunt, and Bradshaw's going to spin and step off. No throw to second. That pitch is driven to left field, going to fall in front of Grant Jeffers, and he throws into home. And Sanchez is going to have a single to left field. Moves Smith over to third, gives Magnolia runners at the corners. And DJ Marshall to the plate for Magnolia. And we've got something going on with second base. The umpire has pulled it out of the ground. And we're going to take a break here while they work on the field. All right, looks like we've got the field put back together. A little bit of problem with the second base. Looks like it wasn't anchored down properly, so did a little work out there on the field. Max Bradshaw gonna take a few pitches to get warmed back up, and we will be ready to go here in just a second. Magnolia has runners at the corners, no outs. DJ Marshall at the plate. No outs here. Top of the first inning. Magnolia with runners in scoring position. And runner goes, and the throw is not in time. And ball one to DJ Marshall. And that ball is fielded by Betts over to Landon Morgan again, and the ball is gone out of play. That's going to score 2 runs from Magnolia and move DJ Marshall over to third. And time called by Coach Troy Keith. And out to the mound, he's going to bring the infield in. Camden Fairview just needs to get settled in here. Take time and make the throws. Basically, routine plays here that we've not completed, and that's cost us 2 runs here early in the first inning. No outs, and Magnolia leading 2-0. And DJ Marshall for Magnolia on third. Going to bring Jack Waller to the plate for Magnolia. And pitch to Waller is a little outside, ball 1. And swing and a miss by Waller. Going to run the count to 1-1. And pitch by Bradshaw. That ball is, again, hit to third base and past the third baseman over to left field. And the throw to second from Grant Jeffers, not in time to second base. And Magnolia scores another run on the double by Jack Waller. Hard hit ball by Jack Waller down the left field line past third base. Scores another run for Magnolia, and that brings Jackson Touch to the plate, and the pitch over from Dason Conley, fielded at shortstop, pitched over to Michael Betts for the first out of the inning at third base. And Touch is going to be safe at first. 1 out now, runner at first, and Bradshaw going to check the runner at first. The batter's your second baseman from Magnolia, Turner Austin. And again, got him. And waiting for the call from the umpire, and he got him. Picked off at first. Jackson Touch picked off at first by Max Bradshaw for the second out. First pitch to Turner Austin from Bradshaw in for a strike. So Magnolia leading 3-0, top of the first. That pitch tails outside. 1-1 now to Turner Austin. And again, that ball tails outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Bradshaw has a sign. He is kicking and delivering, and that pitch was a breaking ball. It didn't break, hung up high. 3 balls, 1 strike to Turner Austin. Swing and a miss there. Runs the count to 3-2 now. Camden Fairview looking to get out of this inning without any more damage. And Bradshaw shakes it off, and here comes the payoff pitch, and that is jammed inside, and it's fielded by Dason Conley over to first base, and again, can't handle the throw, and Turner Austin's going to be safe. It's going to bring Walker Carter, the DH. And Bradshaw going to check his runner. Bradshaw comes set. And he's going to throw again over to first, and Turner Austin back safe. Throw again, and Austin safe at first. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at first for Magnolia, top of the first inning. Panthers leading 3-0. That ball catches the outside corner. Nice pitch on the corner. No balls, 2 strikes. And that ball inside, just a little, maybe a little low. Nice looking pitch. Might have been a little low. 1 ball, 2 strikes to DH Walker Carter. And that pitch up in the zone. 2-2 now. And wow, he thought about swinging at that one. He's going to run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Payoff pitch coming to Walker Carter. And that ball is outside, and Carter's going to take a walk to first base. That's going to move Turner over to second. Number engaged Clover, number 27, to the plate for the Panthers. There's at first and second, and that pitch is hit to left field. That's going to be down for a base hit. Turner's going to round third. He's going to come home and score, and the throw is cut off, and we're going to have runners now at second, third on a double by Gage Clover. This brings your pitcher to the plate for Magnolia, Dalen Glass. First pitch to Glass, in for strike 1. Magnolia leads now 4-0. That ball is hit to third and fielded by Betts. No throw to first, and Klober runs by him. He's safe at third. And again, we've got runners at the corners for Magnolia. And going to bring the leadoff man back up for Magnolia, Camden Smith. He reached on an error, his first at bat. Dalen Glass has a pinch runner, courtesy runner at first base. And he is going to second. No throw by the catcher. Fake the throw. And Gage Klober didn't bite. So we're going to have runners for Magnolia at second and third. 2 outs. Camden Fairview trailing 5-0 now. And that pitch is fouled back into the parking lot. Pretty good pitching here by Max Bradshaw. Just can't get the defense behind him early. So that ball is hit again to third, fielded by Betts, and the throw is over to Landon Morgan and caught and tagged out for the final out of the inning, but not before Magnolia scores 5 runs. They're going to leave 2 on. Magnolia 5, Camden Fairview coming to the plate. Dyson Conley to lead it off for Camden Fairview here in the bottom of the first inning. Cardinals need to get something going here. Trailing 5-0 here in the first inning. And first pitch, Conley swings at strike 1. And that ball is hit sharply to shortstop, fielded, and the throw over to first. And Conley out at first for the first out of the inning. Going to bring number 3, the senior Grant Jeffus. Grant playing left field tonight for the Cardinals. And that pitch is a breaking ball outside. fastball outside corner called strike one. Or I'm sorry, yeah, strike one. That ball fouled over the first base dugout. Counts 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And Grant swings at a high fastball for strike three. And brings sophomore right fielder Mariuzzi to the plate for Camden Fairview. And that pitch is high in the zone, ball one. One and one. Pitch is hit back up the middle, bobbled a little by the pitcher Glass, and he recovers and runs over, tags first. 3 up, 3 down now for Camden Fairview, headed to the second inning. It is Magnolia 5, Camden Fairview 0. Braden Sanchez to lead off for Magnolia here in the top of the second inning. And that pitch is in for a strike. Sanchez reached on a single his first at bat, and that ball is hit up the middle to shortstop Dason Conley Fields, and he is out at first. Conley makes the throw in time for the first out of the second inning. Going to bring number 4, DJ Marshall, your first baseman. Marshall reached on an error his first at bat. Ball hit. Mariuzzi giving chase, and he makes the catch in right field. Utzi came a long way over into right center field to make the catch. 4 out, number 2. Going to bring number 23, Jack Waller, to the plate. And first pitch from Bradshaw just a little outside. A 1 ball, no strikes now. And that pitch from Bradshaw inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Bradshaw kicks and delivers, swing and a miss. 2-1 now. And the delivery from Bradshaw misses outside corner. 3-1 now. Bradshaw working fast. He's already in his windup. And that pitch swing and a miss now runs the count to 3-2. And Camden Fairview would like to get out of this inning right here on this pitch. And the delivery from Bradshaw swings, and that's popped up. Long way to go. And can't get to it. It's a foul ball on the left field side. And we're going to back up and do 3-2 again. Conley came a long way from his shortstop position, but just couldn't make it there. It was behind Betts. So we're at 3-2, 2 outs. And the pitch from Bradshaw is swung, and that's going to be a base hit between short and third. Fielded by Grant Jeffers, thrown back into second. Going to bring Jackson Touch to the mound. Touch was picked off at first base the last inning. And that pitch is in for a strike. Strike one to Touch. Magnolia has a runner at first. Jack Waller. Bradshaw going to throw over and runs Waller back to the bag. No balls, 1 strike now. And that ball is going to be hit, fielded by a second baseman, thrown underhanded over to Dason Conley and couldn't handle the ball. And that's going to put runners at first and second. Going to bring Turner Austin. Austin reached on an error last inning, and first pitch to Austin outside, ball 1. Camden Fairview's got to put that first inning behind them and move on and play baseball. They've got to get behind their pitcher. And that ball hit, and it's going to be foul. Third baseline. 1-1 now. Runners at first and second for Magnolia. And that ball's hit high in there. Dason Conley is calling for it. He's under it, and that's a catch in the third out. So Magnolia's going to leave 2. No runs across, and we're headed to the bottom of the second. Camden Fairview trying to get on the board here. Magnolia 5, Camden Fairview 0. Leading off for Camden Fairview here in the second inning, first baseman Landon Morgan. Swing and a miss for the first pitch to Morgan. Camden Fairview trying to get something going here in the bottom of the second inning. That ball's high and outside. 1-1 now to Landon Morgan. And the pitch from Glass, that's high. That was one of those pitches it's hard to lay off of, and Landon Morgan did a good job. That's at your eyes, and you can see it. You want to swing. That pitch is in for a strike. That fastball followed by an off-speed pitch fell in for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And that pitch is looked inside, called strike 3. So Morgan goes down on strikes. Going to bring number 15, Herman Gill, to the plate. That ball fouled straight back. No balls, 1 strike now. Catcher Drew Bostic waits on deck. Glass has his sign. He is going to kick and deliver. And that ball's down in the zone. 1-1 now to Herman Gill. Camden Fairview need to get somebody on board here. And that pitch is laid off by Herman Gill. Again, another one of those hard pitches to lay off. Looked like it was going to be in the zone and fell right out. Herman did a good job to lay off. 2 balls, 1 strike now. And hit hard down the line on the left field, but foul. 2-2 now. And the pitch is up. Full count now to Herman Gill. And fouled back. Fastball from Glass. And that ball fouled back to the fence. Count remains full. 3-2, 1 out. Magnolia leading 5-0. Big first inning for the Panthers. Pitch from Glass, and that pitch is in there for a strike. And froze Herman Gill for the second out of the inning. That pitch in for a strike, and off speed. Glass follows the curve up with a fastball low. 1-1 now. That pitch to Bostic was outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. To get a 2-out rally going here. And that pitch inside. Woo! That pitch was inside. Called.
I mean, I'd like to hit him too, Blue, but come on.
Strike 2. 2-2 now. That ball outside. Count is full. 3-2. 2 outs. That pitch is high, and Bostic's going to be on for Camden Fairview's first base runner of the night. Up for the Cardinals now, the DH Ben McKinney and Andrew Chambers, courtesy running for the catcher on first. And going to throw over. Check Chambers at first. He's back safe. Camden Fairview with their first base runner of the evening. And pitch is high in the zone. Fastball missed high. 2 balls, no strikes. And Glass hits Ben McKinney in the back. So we're going to have runners at first and second. Going to bring the pitcher, number 12, Max Bradshaw, to the plate. Max looking to help himself out here. Camden Fairview looking to get a 2-out rally going here. And Glass checking his runner at second. He's going to deliver the pitch. That's a fastball. Going to miss. A little inside. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs here. And going to turn and fake the throw to second. That's going to run Chambers back to the bag. And second baseman faking coming up behind that pitch to Max at the knees. And a little inside. Called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Max Bradshaw. Camden Fairview trying to get something going here. Bottom of the second inning. Time called by the home plate umpire. And Max Bradshaw asked for time. He gets it. 1-1 to Max Bradshaw. Quentin Browning waiting on deck. That ball is low in the zone. 2-1 now. And that's a curveball that misses high. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Max Bradshaw. And that ball's high, and that's going to load the bases. Bases full of Cardinals now, and Quentin Browning to the plate for Camden Fairview. Base hit here by Browning. Scores 1-2 for Camden Fairview. Big swing and a miss on the first pitch from Glass. And no balls, 1 strike. Chambers on third. Ben McKinney on second for the Cardinals. Max Bradshaw at first. And that ball's in for a strike. Browning behind, and that ball is going to be out into the fence and past the catcher. That's going to score Chambers, and Ben McKinney rounds third. He holds up, so pass ball is going to move McKinney over to third, and Max Bradshaw to second. That's going to score Chambers. So Camden Fairview getting on the board here. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Quentin Browning. And looking for a base hit here. That pitch is away outside the zone. So 2-2 now. And again, misses outside. Quentin Browning looking at a full count.
3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch from Glass, and that hits Browning, so that's going to load the bases once again for Camden Fairview and bring the leadoff hitter for the Cardinals up, Dason Conley. Two-out rally here started by the walk to Drew Bostic, and Camden Fairview got a chance here to put some more on the board. Bases loaded, leadoff man Dason Conley up. Dason grounded out to the shortstop, his first at bat. Magnolia coach goes to the mound, brings the infield in, and they're headed back to their positions. A base hit here by Conley changes this ball game now. That pitch outside the zone. 1 ball, no strikes now. Camden Fairview with one across, threatening here. Bases are loaded. And that pitch again low. 2 balls, no strikes. And got to think Conley is straight taking here till we get a strike from Glass. And that pitch in for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Quentin Browning on first. Max Bradshaw on second. Ball's hit to the shortstop, fielded, and steps on second for the out. That's going to end it for the Cardinals here in the second inning. They get one across, leave 3 on. Magnolia coming up in the third inning, leading 5-1. Walker Carter to lead it off for the Panthers here in the third. The DH, Carter, reached on at bat. Bradshaw's first pitch is a ball. Second pitch in for a strike. 1-1 now. Max Bradshaw's not done a bad. Hopefully they've got the rust out and we can put those innings behind us and play Camden Fairview baseball. They're not out of this one yet. And that pitch is popped up, and Bradshaw calling for it, and he catches it in foul territory for out number 1. Good job by Bradshaw coming over, dodging the bat that was left on the field. He had to glance down and make sure he didn't step on that. Caught the ball in foul territory for out number 1. Going to bring Gage Clover, the third baseman. First pitch by Bradshaw outside. And pitch is in for a strike. Nice pitch by Max Bradshaw. 1-1 now to Gage Clover. Clover had a base hit his first at bat and fouls that one hot down the third base line. A 1 ball, 2 strikes now, 1 out. Top of the third inning. Magnolia leading 5-1. And that pitch is hit into left field, and Grant Jeffers is under it for out number 2. It's 2 down now for Magnolia here, top of the third. I'm going to bring the pitcher for the Panthers up, Dalen Glass. And Dalen reached on a single to left field, his first at bat. And first pitch from Bradshaw is high and outside. And Bradshaw delivers again. That ball is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. And that ball's down the middle, fouled back. 2 balls, 1 strike now to the pitcher, Dalen Glass. And this ball game is, that ball's behind Glass, and catcher reaches over and snags it. 3-1 now. I was saying before the pitch, this one ought to be a lot closer than it is. Magnolia scored on several errors in the first by Camden Fairview, and this ball's hit foul. Coming over from second base is Herman Edwards to make the catch. Herman Gill. I tried to make Herman a coach in the NFL. It was Herman Gill for the catch, coming over from second base into foul territory in shallow right field for the third out. Magnolia goes down in order. None left on base, no runs across, and we're going to the bottom of the third. Score Magnolia 5, Camden Fairview 1.
It was called Kingston when I was there, and right now it's like
Yeah, that's the one they That's the one they brought up.
yeah, they redid it. They changed the onions, so.
Batting for Camden Fairview, number 3, Grant Jeffers.
Leading off for the Cardinals here, bottom of the third inning, Grant Jeffers. And big swing and a miss on a fastball. Strike 1 to Jeffers. And pitch is fouled over the first base dugout. 0-2 now. Grant behind early in the at-bat. Mariuzzi in the on-deck circle for the Cardinals, be followed by Landon Morgan. A 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Grant Jeffers. And that pitch in for a strike. And Jeffers goes down on strikes. Mariuzzi to the plate for Camden Fairview. He hit one off the tip of his bat in the first inning back to the pitcher, and it was fielded for the out. That pitch from Glass to Utsey misses a little high. 1 ball, no strikes. Camden Fairview needing to get something going here. And that ball inside, 2-0. And the pitch is hit to second base, popped up, caught by the second baseman for the second out of the inning. Going to bring Landon Morgan up. Camden Fairview having trouble getting on base here. And that pitch in for a strike. And kicks and delivers, and that pitch, same pitch as before. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Third inning, Camden Fairview trailing 5-1. And that's a curveball that misses up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. First baseman Landon Morgan. Camden Fairview had a 2-out rally started last time, looking to do it again. That pitch inside, fastball misses low and inside. 2-2 now to Landon Morgan. And the pitch from Glass low and bounces away from the catcher. Runs the count full, 3-2 now. Like to have Landon Morgan on base. And the pitch hits Morgan. That's one way to get there. So Camden Fairview again this inning with 2 outs gets their first base runner of the inning. It's going to bring Herman Gill to the plate. Herman made the long trip over from second base to foul territory in right field to make the 3rd out of the inning. And that pitch, fastball outside. 1 ball, no strikes now. Landon Morgan at first base for the Cardinals. And that pitch, curveball, didn't break. And 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 now. And the pitch is high fastball. And that one looked good to him. He couldn't lay off of it. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that pitch is fouled back. And that was another fastball. Looked to be about the same location as the pitch before. 2-2 now, 2 outs, 1 runner. Landon Morgan at first base for the Cardinals. Glass taking a long time on the mound, and Gill's going to call time and get it. And here we go again. Herman Gill in the box. And here comes the pitch, and misses inside. Going to run the count to 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Morgan is moving, and big swing and a miss for the 3rd out of the inning. They throw the ball. Magnolia throws the ball down. It was a drop 3rd strike, and Gill runs down to first. And Magnolia's coming back onto the field. Going to bring Drew Bostic to the plate for Camden Fairview. Now, umpires are going to converse here in the middle of the infield. Magnolia's coach is arguing that the runner gave himself up on the drop third strike, and Magnolia threw the ball down. Umpires never called it dead, so Herman Gill standing on first, Landon Morgan on second, and now they're going to change the call, and Magnolia going to come off the field, and Camden Fairview will go down in the bottom of the third inning. Nobody left on, no runs, and Magnolia leads it 5-1. Leading off for Magnolia, their leadoff man, number 5, Camden Smith, reached in the first on an error and grounded out in the first as well. 2 at-bats for Smith in the first inning. And that pitch outside. That one's in for a strike. Two balls, two strikes. High pitch swung and popped up into shallow center field, and Herman Gill back to make the catch for out number 1. Going to bring Braden Sanchez to the plate. He reached on an error in the first inning, grounded out to shortstop in the second inning. And pitch from Bradshaw is in. Ball 1, missed on the outside. And that pitch is driven to left center field, back, and Quentin Browning fields it. Going to be a stand-up double for Braden Sanchez. Going to bring DJ Marshall, the first baseman for the Panthers. Marshall reached on an error in the first inning, flew out to right field in the second inning. So Magnolia with a runner in scoring position here early, 1 out. And that pitch popped up, and that again, Herman Gill under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Sanchez stays put at second. Going to bring Jack Waller to the plate for the Panthers. 2 outs now. Here in the top of the 4th inning, Magnolia leading it 5-1. And that pitch low in the dirt and stopped by the catcher. A 1 ball, no strikes. And that pitch in for a strike. Wow. Missed high. That's what we'll say. Missed high. 2 balls, no strikes now. 2 outs. Runner on second base for Magnolia is Sanchez and misses outside. 3-0 now. Jackson Touch on deck for Magnolia. And that ball misses outside, so Bradshaw's going to walk Jackson Waller to bring Jackson Touch to the plate. Jackson Touch picked off in the first inning at first base. He got a base hit single to right field last inning, and that ball in misses high, 1-0. And Bradshaw having a little trouble finding the zone here. Last couple of batters, and that one again misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes to Jackson Touch. And again misses. 3-0. And that pitch in for a strike. 3-1 now. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Camden Fairview would like to get out of this with Magnolia leaving those men on base. And that's hit right back up the middle, fielded by Herman Gill. He's going to run over Touch second for the 3rd out of the inning. So Magnolia is going to leave 2 on board, no runs across. Camden Fairview gets out of a jam, and we're going to the bottom of the 4th. Camden Fairview trailing 5-1. Drew Bostic to lead it off for Camden Fairview here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Camden Fairview like to get something going here. They're trailing 5-1. Rough first inning for Camden Fairview. That's where the runs have come from in the first inning. Drew reached on a walk, his first at bat. And first pitch to Drew inside, ball 1. That pitch in for a strike, and scoreboard showing an 0-2 count. And Drew hits that one up the middle. It's going to be fielded by the shortstop, thrown over to first for the first out of the inning. One down now for the Cardinals. Brings DH Ben McKinney. Ben was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Swing and a miss for strike number one to McKinney. Max Bradshaw to follow McKinney. That pitch was low in the dirt. 1-1 now to DH Ben McKinney. And that was going to be outside, way outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. And time called by the home plate umpire. And McKinney asked for time and got it. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Ben McKinney. Camden Fairview needs base runners. And that ball's hit hard to left field. And Ben McKinney's going to be on with a single to left field and quick throw back over to first base. Max Bradshaw now stepping into the box for Camden Fairview. First pitch in for a strike to Bradshaw. Max reached on a walk, his first at bat, and Glass throws over to first, checks his runner. McKinney back safe at first. And McKinney has a lead at first, and they're going to throw back over again and keep him close. McKinney got his lead again, and that pitch high and inside. 1-1 now to Max Bradshaw. Max trying to help himself out here at the plate. They'll take base runners however we can get him. That one's low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now 1 out. Camden Fairview with a runner at first base, Ben McKinney. Off a base hit single to left field. And McKinney's running, and that ball's hit to third and fielded by Clover. The throw over to first in time, and Bradshaw's out. McKinney moves over to second. And that's going to bring Quentin Browning to the plate. Quentin hit by a pitch. First pitch to Quentin Browning. Misses. A 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Camden Fairview has Ben McKinney at second base. I'd like to get Ben across the plate. That ball high and inside. 2-0 now. Dason Conley, the leadoff hitter for Camden Fairview, waits on deck. This pitch high. 3-0 now to Quentin Browning. And time called by the Magnolia coach, and they're going to bring the infield in to the mound and talk about this 3-0 pitch coming up. Camden Fairview trying to get base runners here, and they're going to pull him on a 3-0 count. Magnolia will have a new pitcher coming into the ball game. Looks like number 15 for the Panthers will be your new pitcher. So we're going to take a break while he warms up. Quentin Browning will be back in the box. Counts 3-0 to Browning. Carter Chambliss takes over on the mound for the Magnolia Panthers. The count to Quentin Browning 3-0. Chambliss inherits a 3-0 count and a runner at second base. And pitch is inside, and that's going to send Browning down to first and bring up Dason Conley. Conley has grounded out twice to the shortstop this game. And that pitch is hit. That's going to be trouble, and that's going to drop into shallow. And the throw from center field gets Quentin Browning at third before the runner crosses the plate for the third out. That's going to end the inning for Camden Fairview. They got the third out at third base. Turner Alston be your hitter for Magnolia. leading off the fifth inning for the Panthers. Camden Fairview did not score a run in that inning. Quentin Browning thrown out at third before the runner crossed home plate. The score remains Magnolia 5, Camden Fairview 1, with Austin leading off here, top of the fifth inning for Magnolia. He is going to swing at the first pitch, pop it up, and catcher is under it and makes the catch for out number one.
Hey, chunk that helmet so you don't break your ankle.
Catch made behind the plate by Drew Bostic for out number one. Going to bring the DH Walker Carter to the plate. He flew out to the pitcher and reached on an error tonight. And this first pitch is a swing and a miss. Strike one to Carter. Top of the fifth inning. One away for Magnolia. Pitch from Bradshaw is going to be in for a strike on that outside corner. Nice pitch there by Bradshaw. Catches that outside corner. 0-2 now to Walker Carter. And that one is a little high over catcher's head and right in my face here at behind the plate. And 1 ball, 2 strikes. Max not wanting to give him anything to hit, and he didn't on that one. And that pitch is in there for a strike 3. Nice pitch. Off-speed delivery from Max Bradshaw. That was the same pitch as strike 2 and gets Walker Carter looking for the second out of the inning. Going to bring Gage Klober to the plate. Klober reached in the first inning, flew out to left field in the third inning. And first pitch to Klober is ball 1. And Camden Fairview would really like to get Klober here and get out of the inning. And that one is another strike in there. Max Bradshaw's got that curveball working on the inside corner part of the plate here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on for Magnolia. That one outside, 2-1 now. Delivery from Bradshaw, reached down, Klober reached down, pops it up, and Herman Gill under it for the third out. So 3 up, 3 down for Magnolia in the fifth inning. Nobody left on, no hits, no runs by Magnolia, and we're headed to the bottom of the fifth inning. The score remains Magnolia 5, Camden Fairview 1. Grant Jeffers leading off for Camden Fairview here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Grant looking to get something going here for the Cardinals. He's swinging at the first pitch, hits it up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, bobbled, and Grant's going to be safe at first. So Camden Fairview leadoff man on first base for Camden Fairview. Going to bring Mari Utze up for Camden Fairview. And Utze, he is due tonight to get a base hit. And Grant Jeffers going to be run back to first base. Not much of a lead there, so Grant's back in plenty of time. Leadoff man for Camden Fairview on. And the pitch to Utze is driven to center field, and that ball's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to move Jeffers over to second, and Mari Utze, base hit single up the middle to center field. Brings Landon Morgan to the plate. He was hit by a pitch his last at bat. Camden Fairview, no outs here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Runners at first and second base. And Morgan showing bunt. That ball's in the dirt and blocked by Jack Wade Stevens behind the plate. Nice job, Jack Wade, to block that ball in the dirt. Keeps the Camden Fairview runners in their places. 1 ball, no strikes now to Landon Morgan. He's bunting again. Nice bunt laid down. That ball's going to be fair and thrown way over the head of the first baseman, fielded by Clover. That's going to bring Grant Jeffers home. Mari Utze is going to be held up at third base. So nice bunt laid down by Landon Morgan. That ball went down the third base line about 10 feet and just died. Gage Clover fielded it and came up throwing over the head of the first baseman, the outreach glove, and that's going to move Morgan over to second. Mari Utze held up at third. Grant Jeffers across the plate. Herman Gill to the plate now for the Cardinals. First pitch to Gill, in for a strike. That ball passed the catcher, and they're going to score another run for Camden Fairview. Mari Utze comes home on the pass ball. Landon Morgan moves over to third. Camden Fairview trying to get something going here. The score now, Magnolia 5, Camden Fairview 3, bottom of the 5th inning. 1-1 count to Herman Gill. Landon Morgan stands at third. Base hit by Gill will score Landon Morgan. That pitch is inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Drew Bostic waits on deck. And time called. Herman Gill gets time at the plate. He's back in the box. Umpire gives the sign, and Chambliss gets it to Nick, the outside corner. 2-2 now. The count to Herman Gill. And that pitch is low in the zone, called strike 3. Drew Bostic to the plate now for the Cardinals. Landon Morgan on third. That pitch is outside. A 1 ball, no strikes. Drew grounded out to the shortstop. Last at bat, reached on a walk in the 2nd inning. And Drew hits this one opposite field, and it's coming on, caught, and Morgan Not going to come home. Held at first. Nice opposite field knock by Bostic. The right fielder moved over to catch the ball for the second out of the inning here. Going to bring Ben McKinney to the plate. Ben McKinney taking a minute to get to the plate. Oh, 2 runs across for Camden Fairview here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Landon Morgan standing at third. Camden Fairview got the bats working a little bit here, and that pitch, his first pitch swung, hit to the shortstop, thrown over for out number 3. So Camden Fairview going to leave 1 on the bases. They're going to get 2 across. Going to the 6th inning now. Camden Fairview trails 5-3. Let's see. We had 1, 2 hits, 3 hits, 3 hits, no walks, 2 runs, and 1 left on. Hey, that one's gone. New pitcher for the Cardinals is Peyton Schroeder. And Carter Chambliss steps in, the pitcher for Magnolia at the plate. Schroeder's first delivery is outside. Ball 1. 1-0 now to the pitcher for Magnolia, Carter Chambliss. And that pitch fouled back. 1-1 now to Chambliss. And that pitch hit to Dason Conley, caught at shortstop for the first out of the inning. Camden Smith, the hitter for Magnolia, swings at the first pitch, fouls it over the first base dugout for strike 1. Fairview gets 2 across the bottom of the 5th. The score now Magnolia 5, Camden Fairview 3. And that pitch is hit to right field. Mariuzzi is tracking. He's under it and catches it for out number 2. 2 away now for Magnolia. Going to bring Brayton Sanchez to the plate. The shortstop for Magnolia. He was Sanchez doubled in the 4th inning, and he grounded out in the 2nd inning and was reaching on an error in the 1st. So Peyton Schroeder, that pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. So the count goes to 2 balls, no strikes now. And Schroeder looks in. He's got his sign. Kicks and delivers, and that ball is fouled up. And first baseman Morgan is under it for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for Magnolia here in the top of the 6th inning. Camden Fairview coming to the plate. Max Bradshaw leading off for the Cardinals here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Camden Fairview trailing 5-3. And first pitch to Bradshaw is high for a ball. Max Bradshaw swings, second pitch. That ball is hit to left field. And under it for the out is the Magnolia left fielder. For out number 1. Jackson Touch in left field for Magnolia. Tracks it down. Quentin Browning to the plate now for Camden Fairview. Swings at the first pitch. That's a base hit up the middle into center field for Quentin Browning. Going to bring Dason Conley to the plate for Camden Fairview. Camden Fairview with a runner at first, 1 out. Dason has grounded out twice tonight, 2 shortstop, so perfect time to go the other way here with this one. And first pitch to Conley, low and inside. Nice job by Jack Wade Stevens to slide over. on that pitch. Quentin Browning got his lead at first. High fastball swung on by Dason Conley for strike one. One of those pitches that when it's up there and you can see it as well as you can see one at your eyes, it's hard to lay off of. 1-1 now. Runner at first for Camden Fairview, and Chambliss going to just give a nod over, and Quentin Browning back to the bag. And that pitch in for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Dason Conley. Camden Fairview needs base runners here. And he's going to step off, going to run Quentin Browning back. No throw over, and the pitch is in. That pit ball is hit over to third base. Clover feels it, but it's foul territory. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes now to Dason Conley. Quentin Browning at first base for the Cardinals. And the pitch is on its way, swung and fouled over the first base dugout. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chambliss looks in, gets his sign, peers over his shoulder at Browning. The pitch is on its way. That's hit to left field, and Touch tracks it down, makes the catch. He slips there as he's making the catch. Quentin Browning back to first. And flight out to left field again for the Cardinals. Going to bring Grant Jeffus to the plate for Camden Fairview. He base hit single by Jeffus in the last inning. And that ball in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. Quentin Browning back to first. 1 ball, no strikes now to Grant Jeffus. And swing and a miss. Ball a little high in the zone. 1-1 now to Grant Jeffus. 2 outs. Runner at first for Camden Fairview. And Grant squares the bunt, lays down a bunt, and Grant's going to beat it out. Grant Jeffus safe at first on a nice bunt down the third base line. Moves Quentin Browning over to second. Going to bring Mari Utsey to the plate. Great job by Grant Jeffus to lay down the bunt. Mari had a base knock the last inning to left center. Runners at first and second now for Camden Fairview. Utsey represents the go-ahead run for Camden Fairview at the plate. A 1 ball now to Mari Utsey, no strikes. And that ball, nice job of Utsey laying off on a pitch high in the zone. 2 balls, no strikes now to Mari Utsey. 2 outs. Camden Fairview threatening here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And pops it up. Swung on a high fastball. That's going to be popped up. The shortstop is under it, and that's going to end the inning for Camden Fairview. They leave 2 on, get no runs across. They're going to the top of the 7th. Magnolia leads 5-3. Leading off for Magnolia, DJ Marshall. Top of the 7th inning here. Camden Fairview trying to hold Magnolia to the 5 runs they have across the board. Magnolia's runs all scored in the first inning off a rough inning by Camden Fairview with the errors. Score is Magnolia 5, Camden Fairview 3. 2-0 now to DJ Marshall. Marshall, the third baseman for Magnolia, he's going to swing at that one, and it's going to be hit into right field for a base hit. A little blooping hit over just out of the outreached hand of Landon Morgan. And DJ Marshall's going to lead it off for Magnolia and with a single. Going to bring Jack Waller to the plate. Going to have Landon Sawyer come in to pinch run for Marshall. Jack Waller to the plate now. Reached on a walk. His last at bat. 5-3, Magnolia leading. No outs here. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Schroeder. And Bostic setting up outside. Schroeder has the pitch, and that one's going to be swung. Hit opposite field. Mari Utze is giving chase. He gets to it. Nice catch by Utze, and he turns and throws it back in. Going to keep Landon Sawyer at first base. Nice job by Mari Utze to run that one down. That was hit right on the line. Mari playing pretty much straight up in right field. And Utze tracks it down for the first out of the 7th inning. Going to bring Jackson Touch to the plate for Magnolia. He grounded out in the last inning. Fouls the first pitch back. Magnolia with a runner on first base, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. They're leading 5-3. Camden Fairview would like to get a couple more outs here and leave that runner at first base. And throw. And runner is out at second. The interference at the plate. Batter was across the plate and interfered with the throw down to second. So the runner at second is going to be out. Two outs now. And that ball's hit to Dason Conley. He feels it, throw over to first for the third out. So not exactly in order, but Magnolia goes down 1-2-3 here in the top of the 7th. Nobody left, no runs across, and we're going to the bottom of the 7th with Camden Fairview's last chance here to pull this one out. Cotter Chambliss back on the mound for the Panthers. Landon Morgan going to lead it off for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the 7th inning. This will be the Cardinals' last chance to come back here. They came back against Ashdown Friday night and won that game. So Camden Fairview has the ability to come back when the Cards are down. Morgan bunted his way on in the 5th inning. Hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. First pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. And that pitch low in the zone. 2-0 count now to Landon Morgan. Landon Morgan, Herman Gill, Drew Bostic due up in the inning. And that pitch catches the strike zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that one's outside. 3-1 now to Landon Morgan. Three-one pitch on the way. That one's low in the zone. That's going to send Morgan down to first base. Going to have a pinch runner for Landon Morgan. Going to be Rodney Frazier. Herman Gill at the plate for Camden Fairview. Herman Gill due to get going here tonight. And first pitch is in for a strike. Runner at first for Camden Fairview, Rodney Frazier. And Gill swings and foul tips it off the throwing hand of the catcher. And he's going to, umpire going to run the ball out to the pitcher, give catcher Jack Wade Stevens from Magnolia time to get the feeling back in his hand. That was fouled off onto his throwing hand. He'll rub a little dirt on it and take an ibuprofen and he'll be fine. No balls, 2 strikes now to the hitter Herman Gill. Runner at first for Camden Fairview is Rodney Frazier. And kick and the delivery, and that is hit third base and across. The catch is made and safe back at second. Gage Clover snags it over on third base, makes the throw across the diamond to get the out at first. Going to move Rodney Frazier over and bring Drew Bostic to the plate for the Cardinals. And wild pitch gets by the catcher. Going to move Rodney Frazier over to third base. Drew Bostic at the plate for Camden Fairview. He represents the tying run. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Runner at third for Camden Fairview. No balls. And Drew hits that one to shortstop. Going to be out at first, but brings the run home. So Camden Fairview down to their last out. Ben McKinney to the plate. The score is 5-4. RBI for Drew Bostic. And swing and a miss by Ben McKinney. No balls, one strike. Got to have McKinney on base here. Max Bradshaw waiting on deck. Max would be the winning run. McKinney's the tying run at the plate. 2 outs. And that ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes. And Channels has his sign. He kicks and delivers. That ball's going to be low. 3-0 now to the DH, Ben McKinney. McKinney had a base hit in the 6th inning. Could use another one here. Got to have him on base. And that one is low. McKinney's going to walk to first base. Going to bring Max Bradshaw to the plate. Max Bradshaw representing the winning run for Camden Fairview. Ben McKinney, the tying run at first base. And timeout to get equipment off the field. And umpire gives the sign. Chambliss has his sign, and he is set and delivering. That ball is in for a strike. Camden Fairview down to their last out here. Quentin Browning on deck. After Browning would be leadoff batter for Camden Fairview, Dason Conley. And the pitcher steps off. McKinney back to first. He is back on the mound. And the pitch is in for a strike. Camden Fairview down to their last strike. Max Bradshaw's got it right here. And the payoff pitch, and that one's outside and gets away from the catcher. Ben McKinney's going to go down to second. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Runner now in scoring position. Tying run for Camden Fairview is at second base. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. Magnolia leading 5-4. And that one's called strike 3. And that'll do it. Magnolia is going to win the game 5-4 on a called strike 3. They're going to leave one on base. If it wasn't for the first inning, Magnolia had a big first inning there on some errors by the Cardinals, and that's the difference in the ball game. And Camden Fairview drops a tough one here tonight against the Panthers, 5-4. And we'll be back here in just a little bit with JV action. See how it gets really red right there? And when it does that, JV action for the Cardinals now. Brody Dow on the mound. Daniel Chambers behind the plate. That's your battery for Camden Fairview. And number 19 is your leadoff hitter for Magnolia. First pitch to the Magnolia batter is ball one, and swinging fouled over on the third base side. Rodney Frazier is under it. Has to do some adjusting there, but he makes the catch for out number one. Matt. Landon Sawyer now, and swings at the first pitch. That's hit to third base, and the throw from Rodney Frazier is over Matthew Reynolds' head. That's going to move the runner down to second base. Magnolia with a runner now at second base. Aiden Hutchison now is your hitter for Magnolia. And that first pitch fouled back. No balls, one strike to Hutchison. And that pitch swing and fly ball coming on from left field, and that ball hits the ground. Long run for left fielder to come in. Not real sure why he called the center fielder off, but that ball hits the ground. Magnolia now with runners at first and second, one out. And first pitch swings, and that's a foul ball. Third base side, no, it's a fair ball. Fair ball into left field. That's going to score one run for Magnolia. Going to be a stand-up double for the Magnolia hitter. Going to put runners at second and third. Going to bring number 24, Titus Nelson, to the plate for Magnolia. They've got one across. And that pitch in the dirt. Nice job by Chambers to block the ball. 1-0 now. Ball catches the outside corner for strike one. 1-1 now. Magnolia with one run across. Runners at second and third. And that pitch is hit foul. Fielded by Rodney Frazier. One ball, two strikes now. One out here. Top of the first inning. Magnolia with one run across. That ball in the dirt, and it's hits the catcher. It bounced, and Chambers tried to keep it in front of him, and it bounced off to the third base side, and that brings another run across for the Magnolia Panthers. One ball, two strike count now. And again, fouled down the third base side. And JV, we're going to play 3 runs or 3 outs. And that pitch outside. 2-2 now. And that misses outside and puts runners at the corners for the Magnolia Panthers. And going to have a pinch runner for the Panthers. Number 12. J.W. Hughes now on first base for Magnolia. Grayson West to the plate for the Panthers. And that ball fouled straight back. No balls, one strike to West. That ball is hit to left field. Going to be a base hit by West. He stands up at first, drives another run across for the Panthers, and that's going to be 3 runs in the inning. And that'll bring Camden Fairview to the plate. 3-0 with Camden Fairview coming to bat. Noah Turner leading off for Camden Fairview. And first pitch is outside and low. 1 ball, no strikes to the leadoff hitter for Camden Fairview here in the bottom of the first inning, Noah Turner. And that ball misses low. 2-0 now to Turner. And swing and a miss by Turner runs the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. And Turner hits it off the end of the bat, fielded by the third baseman. Throw over to first, bounces but snagged by the first baseman in time to get Turner for the first out of the inning. Going to bring Michael Betts to the plate for the Cardinals. And that pitch catches the inside corner for strike 1. And that pitch outside. 1-1 now to Michael Betts. And Betts hits a ground ball shortstop, fielded, and the throw over is in time for out number 2. And 2 up, 2 down now for the Cardinals. Going to bring Brody Dow to the plate for Camden Fairview. And first pitch to Dow is in for strike 1. And swing and a miss. So Dow behind in the count early in the at bat here. 0-2. 2 outs. Dow needing to swing at anything close. He does and fouls this one back. Count remains 0-2. Low in the zone for ball 2. 2-2 now to Brody Dow. And that pitch is hit, ground ball, third base, fielded, throw across the diamond in time for out number 3. So Camden Fairview 3 up, 3 down. Nobody left on, no runs across. Headed to the second inning, Magnolia 3, Camden Fairview 0. Jack Wade Stevens leading it off for the Panthers here, top of the second inning. And first pitch from Brody Dow is outside. And swing and a miss. 1-1 now to Jack Wade Stevens. And that ball hits Jack Wade in the left arm, and that'll send him down to first base. Bring Peyton Kocher to the plate for the Panthers. And throw is over to first base and past the first baseman into foul territory on the right field side. Moves Stevens over to second base. And pitch is fouled off the plate. And that pitch is hit into center field, and ball is caught. Tag up at second is Stevens, and he moves over to third on the sacrifice fly ball by Kocher. One away now for the Panthers here in the top of the second inning. Kyler Anderson is your hitter now. He swings at the first pitch. Blooper hit to shallow left field. That's going to be by the left fielder. Stevens scores, and hitter moves over to second base on the hit. Ike Ainsworth to the plate now for the Panthers. Runner at second for the Panthers, and big cut, swing and a miss, strike one. Second pitch in for a strike. Ainsworth behind in the count now, 0-2. That pitch fouled straight back. Well, 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Magnolia batter. That pitch in for a strike. Nice off-speed pitch freezes the batter for out number 2. Ty Sperling to the dish now for Magnolia. First pitch swings, fouls it back, strike one. Runner at second for the Panthers. 2 outs. That pitch outside and gets away from the catcher. He's going to throw down to third and not in time. And the runner from Magnolia moves over to third base. Magnolia leading now 4-0. That pitch swing and ground ball hit to second base, fielded by Davis over to first for the out. Magnolia leaves one on, scores a run. We're going to head to the bottom of the second inning. Magnolia leading 4-0. Peyton Schroeder to the dish for the Cardinals to start the bottom of the second inning. And first pitch swings, fly ball right field. The right fielder can't come up with it. That ball's going to roll to the fence. Schroeder rounding first. And he's standing up at second base. Base hit to lead off the inning for Peyton Schroeder. Going to bring Andrew Chambers to the plate. Chambers line drive down the third base side into left field for the base hit. Move Schroeder over to third, and Chambers in at first with a base hit. So Camden Fairview with runners at the corners here, bottom of the second inning, and going to bring Matthew Reynolds. Matthew Reynolds to the plate for Camden Fairview. And that pitch outside. Chambers staying put at first base on that pitch. And runners going, and no throw by the Magnolia catcher. He didn't transfer the ball from glove to hand. Don't know if he was throwing it down. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. And fly ball left field. Left fielder is under it. And Schroeder tagging at third base. Throw is way over the catcher's head. That's going to move Chambers over to third. And Schroeder scoring for the Cardinals, making it 4-1 now. Ben Davis coming to the plate for Camden Fairview. Magnolia leading 4-1. And the pitch is inside. Davis scoots back to get out of the way. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at third base for Camden Fairview. And big swing and a miss on a curveball by Davis. Moves the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Baseball here at Camden Fairview on Jackie Robinson Day. Nobody out here was wearing 42 tonight, but everybody in the majors today wearing 42. And Davis swings and misses for the strikeout. And out number 2 in the inning. Going to bring Savage Scantling to the plate for Camden Fairview. First pitch to Savage hits him, and he's going to take a walk. Elijah seems to get hit in every ball game he plays in. It just makes him more of a savage. Runners at the corners now for Camden Fairview. Aiden Zimmerman with his flock of racing llamas And that pitch is outside to Zimmerman. 1-0 now. 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Elijah Scantling has a lead at first. And not going. That pitch is up around the chin of Aiden Zimmerman. 2 balls, no strikes. Camden Fairview like to get a couple more across. That ball's misses inside. 3-0 now. See if Aiden is swinging away here, if he's taking all the way. And looks like he's taking all the way. That's a strike. 3-1 now. Magnolia leading 4-1. And that pitch is inside. Zimmerman swings and misses. Runs the count to 3-2. Payoff pitch coming to Zimmerman. Runners are moving. Ground ball. That ball's into right field. Base hit for Aiden Zimmerman, and going to move Elijah Scantling over to third. Andrew Chambers scores, making the score 4-2. Brings Carson Massey to the plate for Camden Fairview. Scores now 4-2. And kick and delivery and outside. Catches outside corner. 0-1 for Carson Massey. And outside, Carson Massey checks his swing. Ball bounces away from the catcher into the dugout. And that scores the third run of the inning for Camden Fairview. JV, we play 3 outs or 3 runs, so that's 3 outs for Camden Fairview in the inning. Going to move on to the top of the third inning. Camden Fairview trails by 1. Magnolia 4, Camden Fairview 3. Brody Dow still on the bump for the Camden Fairview Cardinals. Max Bohannon to the plate for the Magnolia Panthers. Magnolia leading 4-3, top of the third inning. And Brody misses with a curveball. 1-0 now to Bohannon. Swing and hit. Nice backhand by Ben Davis. Turns and throws and gets the out. That would have made the ESPN highlight reel there. Nice backhand by Davis. Look what I found. And turns and throws to first base for the out. Nice job by Schroeder to snag it. Brings Mason Browning up for Magnolia. And Dow misses outside with a curveball. And second pitch from Brody Dow, low in the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. Dow's got his sign. He kicks and delivers. And 3-0 now. Curveball missing outside. 1 out here, top of the third inning. 3-0 coming in for a strike. 3-1. And that ball's outside. Ball 4 sends the Magnolia batter down to first base. Landon Sawyer up for Magnolia. Ryan Roan in to run for the Magnolia batter. And that pitch, nice job by blocking it. Nice block by the catcher and keeping it in front of him. Got underneath him. And swing and hit down the third base line. Fielded, throw across the diamond, got the out. Michael Betts playing third base in the JV game as well. Two outs now. Aiden Hutchison to the dish for the Panthers. One man on second base for Magnolia is Roan. First pitch from Brody Dow misses outside, ball 1. And 2-0 count now. Two 0 count and swing and a miss. 2-1. Brody Dow trying to get out of the inning with no runs across from Magnolia, with a chance to come back in the bottom of the inning and throw down to third base. Gets the runner at third for the final out of the inning. Nice job by Daniel Chambers throwing down to third and getting the runner off the blocked ball in the dirt. And that's going to send Magnolia to the dugout and bring Camden Fairview out to hit. Bottom of the third, 4-3. Now, leading off the bottom of the third inning for Camden Fairview, number 11, Carson Massey. Massey swings and hits it to right field, past the right fielder. Massey turning, going to second. Throw to second is not in time. Massey's going to be in with a double. Brings Daniel Chambers to the plate for Camden Fairview. That pitch is misses inside. One and one now to Daniel Chambers. Chambers gunned the runner at third to end the inning for the Panthers and fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carson Massey at second base for the Cardinals. Camden Fairview needs 2 runs to pull this JV game out here tonight. The winning run is Chambers at the plate. That ball's low. 2-2 now. Pitcher for Magnolia throwing sidearm, submarine, kind of an in-between. Don't see that a whole lot anymore. But he's done a good job getting them across the plate. And that pitch up in the zone, that's going to send Chambers down to first base with the walk. Rodney Frazier next up for the Cardinals. Runners at first and second, no outs. Rodney Frazier at the plate. And pitch is outside. And that pitch past the catcher. Going to move the runners down to second and third base. Two 0 count. And that pitch outside. 3 and 0 now. Three 0 count. Here comes the pitch. It's low. That's going to load the bases for Camden Fairview and bring Charlie Lewis to the plate. That ball is in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes to Charlie Lewis. Ball 2 outside. And that pitch is outside. 3 0 count now to Charlie Lewis. Misses outside. Ooh. He fooled me again. uh, 3 and 1 now. Caught the outside corner of the extra 4 inches of the plate. That one is low. That's going to walk a run in for Camden Fairview. Carson Massey comes across, and the score is tied now, 4-4. I'm going to bring Tony Green to the plate for the Cardinals. Pitch is low for a ball. That pitch is in for a strike. One ball, 2 strikes to the hitter, Tony Green, no outs. Tony swings at a ball inside for the first out of the inning. Going to bring Cyrus Bailey. Bailey steps into the box. And Bailey hits a ball to second base. The throw home, not in time, goes to the backstop, and Bailey is going to drive home the winning run. Cyrus Bailey driving home the winning run for the Cardinals. A great night for Cyrus Bailey. Driving home the winning run for the Cardinals here in the JV game tonight.